Hey folks, and welcome back here to Gatekeeper Media as we continue to bring you coverage of the 2022 Des Moines Challenge out in Iowa at Pickard Park. I'd like to thank all of you folks for tuning in. I'd like to give a special thank you, of course, to all of our Patreon supporters who helped make this coverage possible over here. Once again, in your virtual commentary booth for the round, it's myself, Dustin Mouret, joined by Nathan Queen. How's it going, sir?
We got to watch lots of scores on this front nine. The weather really impacting the scores today. Lots of swirling winds. We even saw a bit of mist, so a bit of rain coming in, as you see lots of red and green on our scorecards.
Indeed, and if you're a little confused, if you haven't watched the front nine, first of all, what are you doing? Go check it out. But we are sticking with the same feature card we had for round one. This is due to trying to make the schedule as smooth as possible, as many competitors had to finish up round one today, or perhaps even play the whole first round and this whole second round. So it's been a marathon for some players out here.
Yeah, and for our feature card times 2 on hole 10, it's the easiest hole on the course, par 5. If you can get up to the top of the hill, there's a small chance for an eagle, but with how windy it is today, we'll see if it plays against or for the eagle. If it's a favorable wind, it could make it easier.
Looks tail right to left from the flags, but hard to say.
That's a good tee shot from Simon to get a birdie. Not really in position to attack for an eagle.
And I imagine you're going to be seeing the whole card kind of just take this wide hyzer line just to try to get as close to the top of the hill as they can.
Yeah, Ben gets a bit more distance on that one. He's up towards the top. See how he's feeling after that even front nine he's had so far.
Could encourage him to think about going for it just to try to gain some score back. We'll have to see how he feels.
Hanging this one out pretty high and wide, and it was going to carry all the way back across to the other side, but gets caught up in that tree up top.
And everyone on the card in good position to at least attack for birdie. Ben's really the only one that may consider eagle at this point.
The grass up here kind of makes it look more like headwind, so I'm not sure he's going to want to put the disc up high with as windy as it is.
That's a very good point.
But you never know. Simon likes to be risky every once in a while.
2022 Simon's a little more conservative. And it's a work for him. Back-to-back champion earlier this year. A couple of podium finishes to boot.
Yeah, working out well.
That shot will also work out well, as it is still rolling.
Best one we've seen so far. Gets a pretty good roll a little bit farther down the fairway too. Should have an easy shot.
And Ben just knifing that one down.
Yeah, probably a little shorter than he meant to leave it, but still going to be in position to get up and down for a birdie.
That's a fair point. Oh, this forehand looks a little dicey. Let's stay in at least.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little drop down. He's going to have a straight look at the pin with a pretty easy run at it. He's got a backstop to stop if he would like. Nothing to worry about there though. Then going to be up and down for the birdie.
Same for Lizotte. Well within circle one there. Probably about a 20-foot putt. And Niklas, who got the furthest, is just parking it.
Yeah. As he should, as 76% of the field taking the birdie on this hole today. By far the easiest. Averaging a half stroke under par.
Were there any eagles today? I would imagine not with this weather.
No, no eagles so far. None yesterday either.
We're going to see 3 birdies on this card. Fish will have to settle for par.
You get a bit of an easy hole here, but moves right into the second hardest hole on the course today, the hardest hole on the course the first day. 722 foot par 4. You've got about a 30-foot drop right here. You've got to make sure you stop before your disc travels about 320 feet. If you go farther than that, you'll be in the woods on the right. If you hyzer too early, you're going to be stuck in the woods on the left. If you do land in the middle, you've still got a pretty tough upshot, as this green is very sloped, and if you don't land on the right angle, you could easily roll into circle 2.
Absolutely. And I think the other thing is that, you know, even if you're center cut, it's just that gap to get to the green. It's still quite small. So very technical shot. We saw yesterday that Simon liked this big sky hyzer play for his approach off the tee.
Worked out great yesterday, and I ended up again here.
That looks fun.
Looks fun, and it's a fantastic shot. Gonna be dead center again with a straight to hyzer angle into the green.
It's been going lower speed, so definitely going to take a more direct line drive at this one.
And gets it to check up nicely. Take a look at Ben's form. One of the smoothest that you'll see. Really doesn't have to put much effort. As you see, he reaches more out on that shot than back, just to really control that distance and make sure he doesn't get too much speed on it.
Yeah. Talked about it yesterday. Probably top 5 smoothest form in disc golf. It's Niklas. Low line drive hyzer.
Going for a bit more skip. Trying to move a little further left, but gonna land himself in the middle of the fairway also. 3 good shots.
Shot fish.
Fish also.
Make that 4.
Here's the challenge, though, still. It's just this gap is pretty skinny to get up to the green.
Yeah, it seems the higher you throw it, the skinnier it gets also. If you can keep it lower, there's a bit more room, but you really have to make sure you control the nose angle if you do try that.
Oh, just a little inside from Niklas. Nearly had the perfect flight. That's great.
Through the gap. Lands it in a great spot on the hill to get that forward roll inside the circle. Still going to have a bit of a tester putt for the birdie, but well within range.
Simon pulls this one. So it looks like Fish really the only one that has a look for birdie.
Down to a knee and forehand roller angle, but throwing it way up in the air to get a flex shot out, and beautifully done from Ben Callaway.
Yeah, that is certainly a superb scramble there. Great up from Niklas as well.
I like how he did that and controlled the angle on his disc, made sure that he landed pretty much the same as the hillside to avoid some movement, kind of like that one did. Whenever it bounced, it moved to the right and caught that quicker roll than Niklas's did.
Oh, Fish wide right. So par frame at best here for this feature card on 11.
Nice putt there. Cards the par. Second most difficult hole. Only 14 players able to card the birdie. And there were triple bogeys and even a bit more than that on this hole today, so it can cause lots of trouble if you get off and into the woods.
Sounds like my speed right there. Triple action. So, yeah, get into hole number 12, back to par threes.
Yeah, almost triple mando, really just a double mando. 255 feet down the hill. Make sure you throw it high enough to carry those rocks. But a pretty fun shot. I really enjoy this tee shot.
Yeah, sets up nicely for a little low skipping forehand, but we will probably see some backhand turnovers as well. That's a little high for Simon, but still good.
The wind immediately taking play with that out of his hand, bouncing up and down a couple times. Bends just a little bit low, but actually slides around those rocks. He's going to be inside circle one. The chance to have 3 out of the last 4.
We've seen Niklas work wonders with this mid-range with some slow turnovers. And, well, he's done it again. What a shot.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and watch it one more time. Take a look at his form. Very drastic hyzer stand-up shot here to turn over.
I feel like he's a
Really
player
using-
that we're going to be hearing about for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Young player and already won a couple big events. And Andrew Fish, one of my favorite players to watch throw that hyzer flip shot. Has it dialed very well, being from the East Coast. Floats his Comet right on up there.
So from par frame to star frame, it looks like here on hole 12 is got a couple of guys in the bullseye, and Simon doesn't have much work left to do either.
I believe we did that a time or two last round as well with this double feature.
Simon 3 for 4 here. Really picking up steam.
Getting himself back to under par. Into hole 13, our new very difficult par 3, 337 feet. Got some OB late on the right side after a pretty tight fairway that tightens up even more late. We saw some different lines. There's a high left line you can take with a forehand or a backhand turnover. Just pretty new hole with lots of options still to figure out.
Definitely a tough egg to crack. Has nearly had that just right.
Yeah, this was Simon's lone blemish in the first round, carding a double bogey, and gonna still have a chance to improve on that, but not the best tee shot.
That was just pulled from Ben right away.
And fortunate tree play there, I think. That was gonna be off to the right pretty far, and he's now should have a pretty easy pitch up.
Same disc from last hole here for Niklas, and again, he's very good at throwing the slow turnover with this. Just needs to get the height right. Oh, butter. Oh, that's rude.
Yeah, just a little bit too quick. Needed it to turn a little bit more or be moving a bit slower so it could drift off to the right.
That's tasty.
Similar shot there. Pushing just a bit too straight.
Look at
Good
eagle roll. That eagle portrait gets me every time, man.
It seems to help Simon out quite a bit. Nice up and down for Ben. He should have his tap in par as well as Niklas there.
Just fish for birdie. And he'll nail it back to back.
All right. Gets him to 2 down for the round. Let's watch that again. High left side. Gets it to catch, and that's a great birdie. Go Braves.
You're 4 for 4 on the Braves call. Fair enough. Simon able to grab the par save.
Yeah, much better result than yesterday after ended up trickling OB on his second shot. Excuse me, able to get in there cleanly today and get the par. Been looking to do the same thing here. Bars and a birdie, not bad. Moving into hole 14, I think, which is my favorite par 4 on the course. 703 feet downhill. You want to land before this little creek that you see here. There is some OB at the bottom, but really have to place your first shot in the center. That is the most important part of it, to make sure you have an angle to go down this second skinny little fairway with the low ceiling.
Placement certainly a premium on 14. This fish is going to get caught up a little bit on that left-hand side.
And there's some angles you can throw to reach the pin from there, but honestly, it's really more of just a layup shot, minus getting lucky.
Yeah, testing that creek cross on your second shot when you're not in the ideal position is a very scary thing to do.
Simon hangs that one out way wide and does stay in the fairway. I think ideally you'd like to be a little bit farther to the right of that, but that definitely should be in play.
Callaway, too, going to be kind of more on this left-hand side. Stays on the tall stuff, but again, still a tough angle.
Plus also staying out of that tall stuff on the left side, but as you can see here, they're still having to kind of peek off to the right to see what's going on. Got to keep it below this ceiling on the left side. Still make sure you get enough stand up that it can glide to the pin.
Yeah, this is a very high level shot with these gusts.
Executed very well there. Gets right to the edge of the circle.
This is Simon with one of the best angles of the card. Pulls it a bit right, but fights through. Yeah.
Yeah, nice of that just to fight through. Gets pretty thick over on the right side.
What's Fish thinking here? Oh.
Going big aggressive on the left side. Oh, wow.
Alrighty then. Not sure exactly where. I was wondering what he was eyeing up when I saw the disc on that angle when he was doing his little warm-up. I was like, what is he doing? Well,
yeah.
all right.
Lots of open space up there, I guess. Looks like he went long of the pin.
Yeah.
And a great skip there. It looked like Ben was just kind of playing to get across the creek, but actually got a good 60 feet forward. Maybe gave him a long circle too. Look here.
Oh, Fish has got a little window here.
Get the turkey.
Oh.
Oh, so close.
Fun shot to watch him take, though, on that second.
Yeah, that would have been a sweet birdie to get.
So Niklas, our last hope for a birdie on 14. And he'll do it. 2 for 4 in this last little stretch.
Yeah, able to get to 2 down on the round now. Making a push back towards the top of the leaderboard in the inside of that top 15.
He came, I think, 13th at Champions Cup and 15th at Texas State. So he's already had a couple of pretty solid finishes. So trying to get back to that here as he's made his return to North America. So we're going to see a lot of par tap-ins here now.
Done, and so far players keeping it clean here on the back nine. A lot more gray, a lot less red is what I like to see. Moving into hole 15, 589-foot par 4, but a very funny angle off of this tee shot. You have to make sure you don't push too far straight and go into that OB. But if you curl up too early and end up in the stuff on the left, you've pretty much got to pitch out. Also got that low ceiling tree to deal with right in the middle of the fairway. If you can get just past that, you'll be in a pretty good position to get up and down.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of players take like a really low, almost like line drive and play the big skip on this hole. Niklas takes a more kind of standard route and gets a good result.
Yeah, I like where he's up on that right side. Fish able to get around into a good position as well. The second shot on this hole, very tricky also. We see a lot of players drift off to the left, end up in that wood line that kind of follows the slope.
And Simon the last day did take the lower skip shot. This time, gonna get hung up trying to take a more standard approach.
Then going with that low skipping sliding shot also. Probably 360 feet plus here.
Great roll there, man. Gives him a putt.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's what happens a lot is players will get caught up in that left-hand side and have a very obstructed putt. It's very touchy to, you know, stay out in the open, but stay away from that right side OB.
You've really got to trust your disc over that OB to not end up in that left side if you want to be aggressive. Just the way the slope, the ground slopes down to that wood line. And Ben trusting his disc out wide, but still catching a lot of hyzer late. Still going to end up down there on the left.
Yeah, if you land with speed, there's a good chance you're going to skip into that rough.
See a slow disc in Niklas's hand here.
That might do better.
Oh yes, it's done better.
Oh, fish nearly. We'll tap in the par.
And tried to trust his out wide, but still ended up way down there on the left side. Pushed long. Gonna end up with the par here.
Dude, what a save from Simon. It's a birdie from his position on that second shot. Outstanding.
Niklas gonna card the birdie as well to go back to back, move to 3 down, and jump inside that top 10.
I believe Paige and I will do whatever it takes. We have 5 world titles, but that's not where we want to settle. We don't want to settle with 5. We want more. We would practice 24 hours a day if that's what it meant to win the world championship. You know, we're willing to do that. We're willing to sacrifice so much because we've already sacrificed so much, you know, to get the 5th. But we'll sacrifice more to get the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. We have that same mindset, and we're just going to continue to push and push and push and push.
Hole 16, another blind par 3, 338 foot downhill. Trees kind of scattered throughout the fairway. If you kick one and go off to the left, pretty difficult to land where you want to down at the bottom of the hill. If you kick off to the right, pretty difficult to get to the bottom of the hill down there. Plus there's OB just long of the pin. Pretty tricky little par 3.
That needs to slow down. Does stay in at least. Tricky putt though.
Simpler shot, just early left. Trying to make sure they don't go long into that OB and not getting the glide that they need. Fish disking down to a putter here. Gonna get it to stand up a lot.
Beautiful. Stop. Yes, sir.
Oh, and does so well. What a shot. Parked it for birdie.
That's how tricky this gets, man. You can either go low speed and still get too much ground action and wind up OB deep.
Definitely feel like that disc was moving faster the second half of that flight. Just gained so much speed dropping down this hill. Been playing with some trees, but still able to stay in bounds over there.
Let's see if Simon can work some magic. Doesn't even want a part of it.
Smart. Very smart play there.
Yeah, probably has a good idea he's shooting well and doesn't really need to chance it. Callaway has not really had too many circle 1 putts and just has not been able to really connect from circle 2.
So Niklas inside the circle up there, but just a bit tentative with that OB right behind. You see how quickly it drops off. Fish gonna be able to card the lone birdie. Moved to 3 down for the day. Or for the round, I guess I should say. 4 down total. And a disappointing par or 2 here. Before we move into hole 17. Our shortest hole on the course. One of the easier par 3s, although it is a pretty tight gap. If you kick off to the right, bogey can come into play quickly, but they're your standard hyzer stand-up shot to straight. You don't really want any turnover.
And that is the gap you want to hit, and Fish has nailed it for a chance to go back-to-back. That's what the rest of the card's going to be looking to do, is that exact throw.
A little bit inside there. Gonna catch up in those trees, but should be able to get up and down for the birdie, for the par from that position.
Just, that's a very understable disc, and that just wasn't on enough hyzer angle, it looked like there.
Yeah, kind of took an unfortunate looking tumble at the end, back towards the right also. We'll see how much trouble he has trying to get up and down from there. Didn't make it very far down the fairway.
Flip.
Not off by much, which can turn pretty mean a lot of the time and end up kicking you into the woods. He at least stays in the fairway. He's going to get up and down for par.
Simon looked like he's in a crowded swimming pool, arms up, waddling around, trying to find something.
Oh yeah, lots of work to do here.
That'll do.
He made that look way too easy. Just a little flick of the wrist to get that thing to fly like it did. Took a lot more skill than he made it seem.
Just, honing in that trick shot element of his career. That's Fish will card the birdie.
Back to back, putting together a good showing here towards the end of this round. The Fish I like to see getting birdies.
Yeah, definitely improving upon yesterday, that's for sure.
Is the rest of the card gonna tap in their pars here, feeling like they left a little here, wanting to get that birdie before they get into a difficult finishing hole, third most difficult hole today, averaging a quarter stroke over par, 1,080 feet uphill the entire way with a really steep slope to start. Excuse me, off of the tee shot. You can get 400 feet or so off of the tee. You set yourself up for a pretty good righty hyzer gap over on the right side to try to avoid the OB on the left. Much distance there from Niklas, but getting out there into the middle, gonna be able to go big on his second shot.
Simon looking for something bigger here. He's gonna find it. Even with that tree kick, still a pretty good lie, I think.
Yeah, as long as he didn't nestle up on one of the trunks up there, he should be okay.
That is yeeted.
Yeah, anytime it looks like Ben did a little something more, it's absolutely a smash, because he usually doesn't really look like he's done anything.
Good ground action there from Niklas to get him out of trouble.
Just skirting the edge, ends up in a very good spot to attack for birdie.
Ooh. I like that stand up.
Yeah, lots of power. You can see how much slope they're still teeing on right here. With Fish's throw, how his front foot just stopped. Simon a little bit less slope, able to get some good speed on there. He's going to hyzer up to a great position. Got three players in birdie position. And Ben, the furthest drive.
Oh no. This looks atrocious.
It's absolutely brutal. You really can't, you can't, yeah, that's all you can do. And it's so frustrating.
Just the one thing he couldn't get stuck in. Look at the finesse from Fish there.
Yeah, great shot. A little close to the wood line to get the run up that he really wanted. Still able to get it up and around the corner though. And Niklas doing one better, getting it up inside the circle. Gonna have a pretty easy birdie putt.
Yeah, should give him a chance to go 4 under and stay in that top 10 position. This is looking scary for Ben, and yeah, that's in the stands.
He's been fighting this whole round to make it under par. Looks like he's going to be giving it back. Simon going to go ahead and tap in another birdie, though. And looks like he's going to stop the bleeding there, be able to tap in.
Oh, nearly from Fish. And Nicholas tied for 9th to end the day with the 4 under par.
Yeah, nice showing. Gonna put him on your regularly scheduled chase card.
Simon will be moving up to lead card with that.
Excuse me, it'll put him just off of that. Sorry.
Double from Ben. It's going to put him back to even for the day. As Fish will drop in the par and take some improvement on the previous day. As there you can see it, clean card.
Yeah, a lot more clean on this back. You saw lots of red on the front. Just a single double bogey there from Ben to finish out his round. Evan Smith, shout out player from North Carolina, jumping up there hot. We're going to have a fun card though. Paul Macbeth, always a chance for a chase card win from that.
Yeah, we got KJ USA, Hebenheimer, and yeah, it's going to be a good time as we are going to bid you adieu for this second round. We appreciate you all for tuning in. And of course, a special shout out to all the Patreon supporters who helped make this coverage possible. We'll be back with our chase card for the final round here, so we hope that you'll follow up so you can catch that. And again, I'm Dustin Mouret, and with me was Nathan Queen.
See you guys out there.